So, today we will study the magnetic properties of substances. So, the magnetic properties of substances are due to the presence of electrons in their atoms. Because of the presence of electrons in atoms, some substances shows magnetic properties. So, magnetic properties are due to the presence of electrons. Electron in an atom behaves like a tiny magnet. So, magnetic properties are due to the presence of electrons in the atoms of the substances. So, electron in an atom behaves like a tiny magnet, and it has number one, orbital magnetic moment, and number two, spin magnetic moment. So, each electron in an atom behaves like a tiny magnet, and it has an orbital magnetic moment due to the orbital motion of the electron around the nucleus. So, suppose this is the nucleus which is positively charged. The electrons revolve around the nucleus. So, this is the movement of electron. So, since the electron revolve around the nucleus in an orbit, it has got orbital magnetic moment. So, an electron has got orbital magnetic moment due to the orbital motion of the electron around the nucleus, and it has also got spin magnetic moment due to the spin of the electron about its own axis. So, the electron not only revolve around the nucleus. So, this one is the nucleus. Electron revolve around the nucleus. Because of this arbitrary movement, the electron has got orbital magnetic moment. So, since it spins about its own axis, it has got spin magnetic moment. So, this is not only revolving around the nucleus, the electron also spins about its own axis. Hence, it has got spin magnetic moment. So, the magnetic properties of substances are due to the presence of electrons. Electrons behave like tiny magnets. Each electron has got orbital magnetic moment due to the orbital motion of the electron around the nucleus, and it has also got spin magnetic moment due to the spin of the electron about its own axis. Next, we will study the classification of substances or solids on the basis of their magnetic properties. So on the basis of magnetic properties, solids or the substances are classified into the following 5 types. Number 1, diamagnetic. Number 2, paramagnetic. And number 3, ferromagnetic. And number 4, antiferromagnetic. And lastly, ferrimagnetic substances. So on the basis of magnetic properties, substances or solids are classified into diamagnetic substances, paramagnetic substances, ferromagnetic substances, antiferromagnetic substances and ferrimagnetic substances. So now let us study one by one. So first one, diamagnetic substances and diamagnetism. Diamagnetic substances and diamagnetism. What are diamagnetic substances? The substances which are weakly repelled by the magnetic field. The substances which are weakly repelled by the magnetic field are called diamagnetic substances. Full stop. This phenomenon is called diamagnetism. So this is the first sentence. Substances which are weakly repelled by the magnetic field are called diamagnetic substances and the phenomenon is called diamagnetism. Next, these substances can be weakly magnetized but in the opposite direction of the magnetic field. So what is the second point? These substances can be weakly magnetized. When they are placed in a magnetic field, they can be magnetized but in the opposite direction of the magnetic field. So this is first point, this is second point, and what is the third point? These substances do not contain unpaired electrons in their atom. So during molecular orbital theory, we have studied substances which contain unpaired electrons are called paramagnetic. Substances which do not contain unpaired electrons are called diamagnetic. So these substances do not contain unpaired electrons in their atoms. So in the molecular orbitals, if a molecular orbital contains single electron, they are called unpaired electrons. If they contain paired electrons like this. So if they contain paired, this is unpaired. If they contain unpaired electrons, they are paramagnetic. If they contain paired electrons, they are diamagnetic. So this is the meaning of this one. They do not contain unpaired electron. If they contain unpaired electrons, they are paramagnetic. If they do not contain unpaired electrons, they are diamagnetic. So examples for diamagnetic substances: water, sodium chloride, benzene, etc. are diamagnetic substances. So these are all important. They will be asked for definition. What are diamagnetic substances and what is diamagnetism? Substances which are weakly repelled by the magnetic field. They do not contain unpaired electrons. They can be weakly magnetized but in the opposite direction. Next we will study what are paramagnetic substances. And what is paramagnetism? Paramagnetism. So what are paramagnetic substances? Substances which are weakly attracted by the magnetic field. Substances which are weakly repelled by the magnetic field are called diamagnetic. Substances which are weakly attracted by the magnetic field are called paramagnetic substances. The phenomenon is called paramagnetism. So this is first point. Second point, they can be weakly magnetized. They can be magnetized. They can be magnetized in the direction of the magnetic field. They can be magnetized in the direction of the magnetic field. They lose their magnetism when the magnetic field is removed. And the magnetic field is removed. As long as the magnetic field is there, they have magnetism and behave like magnets. When the magnetic field is removed, they lose their magnetism. So this is second point. They can be magnetized but in the direction of the magnetic field. They lose their magnetism when the magnetic field is removed. Third point, they contain one or more unpaired electrons. So because of these unpaired electrons, they are attracted by the magnets. They contain one or more unpaired electrons in their atoms. Hence, they are attracted by the magnetic field, attracted by the magnetic field. Fourth point, they are used in the preparation of they contain one or more unpaired electrons. Examples: oxygen, Cu2 plus, Fe3 plus, Cr3 plus, etc. Oxygen molecule is a paramagnetic substance because in oxygen molecule there are unpaired electrons. Similarly, copper ions, ferric ions, chromium ions, all are paramagnetic substances because they contain unpaired electrons. So if they contain unpaired electrons, they are paramagnetic. If they do not contain unpaired electrons, they are diamagnetic. Next we will learn what are ferromagnetic substances and what is ferromagnetism. What are ferromagnetic substances and what is ferromagnetism? Write down. These are all very important. Substances which are strongly attracted by the magnetic field. Magnetic field are called ferromagnetic substances are called ferromagnetic substances. The phenomenon is called ferromagnetism. So this is first point. Second point, these substances can be strongly magnetized in the direction of the magnetic field. Next point, they retain their magnetism. Even if the magnetic field is removed. So in paramagnetic substances, they are weakly attracted by the magnetic field. Here they are strongly attracted by the magnetic field. These substances can be strongly magnetized in the direction of the magnetic field. When the magnetic field is removed, even after the magnetic field is removed, they retain their magnetism. But in case of paramagnetic substances, when the magnetic field is removed, they lose their magnetism. Here they will retain their magnetism even if the magnetic field is removed. Fourth point, they are used in the preparation of magnets. These substances are used in the preparation of permanent magnets. So example for ferromagnetic substances: iron, nickel, cobalt chromium oxide, etc. Iron, Fe, Ni nickel, Co cobalt, chromium oxide, etc. So next, coming to some important notes here. So number 1, in ferromagnetic substances, the positive metal ions are grouped into small regions called domains. So in ferromagnetic substances, the positive metal ions are grouped into small regions called domains. Each domain acts as a tiny magnet. Each domain acts as a tiny magnet. So what are domains? Group of positive ions or metal ions are called domains. Each domain acts as a tiny magnet. Number 2, second point, in absence of magnetic field, these domains are randomly oriented. Such that their magnetic moments cancel with each other, and the net magnetic moment is zero. So suppose these are the domains. So their magnetic moments are in different directions. So these domains are so arranged that their magnetic moments cancel with each other. Hence, they do not behave as magnets in absence of magnetic field. So domains in absence of magnetic field, they are arranged randomly like this. Third one, in presence of magnetic field, these domains are oriented means are directed in the direction of the magnetic field, and form a strong magnetic field. So it is like this. These are the domains. In presence of magnetic field, their magnetic moments are so oriented, the magnetic field The magnetic moments of all the domains are in one direction. So, this orientation is retained as it is even after the magnetic field is removed. Hence, they behave as magnets even after the magnetic field is removed. So, this arrangement is retained even after the magnetic field is removed. Field is removed. Therefore, they retain their magnetism even after the magnetic field is removed. Even after the magnetic field is removed. So, this is in case of ferromagnetic substances. So, ferromagnetic substances are those which are strongly attracted by the magnetic field. These substances can be strongly magnetized in the direction of magnetic field. They retain their magnetism even after the magnetic field is removed. They are used in the preparation of permanent magnets. So, this explains why the ferromagnetic substances retain their magnetic field even after the magnetic field is removed. So, in ferromagnetic substances, group of positive ions are called domains. They have their own magnetic moments. In absence of magnetic field, the magnetic moments of the domains are cancelled with each other. They are so oriented that they are cancelled with each other and there is no magnetic properties in presence of magnetic field. Under the influence of magnetic field, what happens? These domains are so oriented, that means they are oriented in one direction. As a result, a strong magnetic field is formed. So, this orientation retains even after the magnetic field is removed. Therefore, ferromagnetic substances behave as magnets even after the removal of magnetic field. Example for ferromagnetic substances, these are the ferromagnetic substances: iron, nickel, cobalt, chromium oxide, etc. So, what are antiferromagnetic substances? What are antiferromagnetic substances? So, what are we know ferromagnetic substances which are strongly attracted by magnetic field. Then what are antiferromagnetic substances? Substances which contain unpaired electrons and also domains like ferromagnetic substances but are not attracted by the magnetic field. Are called antiferromagnetic substances. So, they contain unpaired electrons. Since they contain unpaired electrons, they must be attracted by the magnetic field. Also, domains like ferromagnetic substances but are not attracted by the magnetic field, even though they contain unpaired electrons as well as domains like ferromagnetic substances, but are not attracted by the magnetic field, are called antiferromagnetic substances. So, example for these substances is MnO, that is manganese oxide. So, why they behave like this? So, in these substances, the domains are so oriented that their magnetic moments cancel with each other and the net magnetic moment is 0, both in presence and in absence of the magnetic field. So, the domains are so arranged that their magnetic moments cancel with each other, either in presence of magnetic field or in absence of magnetic field. So, these are the domains. In absence of magnetic field, say they have magnetic fields which cancel with each other. They are so arranged that their magnetic moments cancel with each other in absence of magnetic field. Hence, they behave as non-magnetic substance. But in presence of magnetic field, these domains are so arranged that their magnetic moments cancel with each other. So, these are called domains with parallel magnetic moments. These are domains with anti-parallel magnetic moments. The number of parallel magnetic moments, number of domains with parallel magnetic moments is equal to number of domains with anti-parallel magnetic moments. So, suppose if the upward row shows the parallel magnetic moments, the downward arrow shows anti-parallel magnetic moments. Domains with parallel magnetic moments are equal to the number of domains with anti-parallel magnetic moments. In such case, even though they contain domains and unpaired electrons, they behave as a non-magnetic substance and they are not attracted by the magnetic field. So, this is what are called as antiferromagnetic substances. Lastly, we will know what are ferrimagnetic substances. What are ferrimagnetic substances? Substances which contain unpaired electrons, substance which contain unpaired electrons, and also domains, substances or substance which contain unpaired electrons, and also domains like ferromagnetic substances but are weakly attracted by magnetic field. Weakly attracted by magnetic field are called ferrimagnetic substances. So what is the difference between antiferro and ferrimagnetic substances? Both the substances contain unpaired electrons as well as domains like ferromagnetic substances. Antiferromagnetic substances are not attracted by the magnetic field. Ferrimagnetic substances are weakly attracted by the magnetic field. So here, in presence of magnetic field, comma, the number of domains with parallel magnetic moment are unequal to the domains with anti-parallel magnetic moments. So number of parallel magnetic moments, say for example, these are the domains. So these are domains with parallel magnetic moments. So number of domains with parallel magnetic moments are 4. Number of domains with anti-parallel magnetic moments are 2. Therefore, the number of domains with parallel magnetic moment are unequal with the domains with anti-parallel magnetic moments. Hence, these substances are weakly attracted by magnetic field. In case of ferromagnetic substances, the number of domains with parallel magnetic moments are exactly equal to the number of domains with anti-parallel magnetic moments. Therefore, they are not attracted by the magnetic field. So, example for ferrimagnetic substances, magnetite, Fe2O4, ferrites, example Mg Fe2O4, Zn Fe2O4, etc. are ferrites. These are ferrites and this is magnetite. So in this topic only 3 substances are very important. You have to learn more about diamagnetic substances, paramagnetic substances and ferromagnetic substances. So examples for those you have to learn.